Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel. Now, we all know about the auction that Wargaming have released in the game. Now, it's started off pretty well. They are selling out, and they're selling out pretty quickly. And to be fair, the prices, I think, are pretty decent as well. Now, those of you that have, I think Droodle showed it, there's been a leak. Obviously, ASIN and etc. Have pretty much leaked what is coming out in the auction. And there's only one thing really to tell you guys, and that's to wait till the end. Wait until the end of the auction. The last tanks, well, one tank in particular, and that, of course, is my favorite tank, the XM66F. So then will be your opportunity to be able to get this tank for gold, and you're probably looking around 15,000 gold for this tank, which will be an absolute steal. So let's talk about the tank in further detail. Let's look at the stats and let's look at some games with this tank. So to start off with, it has the emergency track. So basically it reloads your track, or it gives you your tracks back twice as fast. So allows the tank to move back. Well, sorry, no, I got that wrong. So if you're tracked, it allows you to still move at 7 kilometers an hour moving back. So especially if you're on a corner, or on a ridge and you get tracked, it still allows you to go backwards, which is, that's a very, very good mechanic to have on some tanks. Now, the turret on the thing is 248. In fact, the turret is very, very strong. There's some weaknesses, yes, but overall, it is very, very strong. And in fact, even the hull is very, very strong. The lower plate is quite weak, yes, but overall, the armor for a tank destroyer with everything else that this tank has is actually pretty solid. So the DPM, again, 3,396 with calibrated shells. So very, very, very good DPM for this tank. That's a reload of just 7.24 seconds. So for a tank destroyer, again, DPM very, very good, reload very, very good, and penetration 284 on your APCR and 384 on your heat, 70 on your HE. So, again, penetration is very, very good. You've got a 410 alpha again as well, very good considering the reload that your tank has got. 350 on your heat and 470 on your HE. Your aim time, yeah, not so great at 3.9. Dispersion, I don't think dispersion is too bad for what it is at 0.326. You do have a very nice 10 degrees of gun depression, and even the top speed of 40 kilometers per hour is also very, very good for a tank like this. You kind of look at a tank like this and think, it looks slow as hell. It's not slow as hell. Now, we're going to get into some games. Now, the damage is nothing crazy. I just really wanted to showcase the battle itself, because the battle itself, they're very, very quick. They're very, very quick, and it does highlight some of the strengths with the tanks. So, and there's a reason why this tank is my favorite tank in the game, and I do still believe that this tank is OP. Now, of course, in the right hands, yes, it will be made to look better. And sometimes I do get frustrated because I play it wrong. I play it sort of very, very aggressive. And then sometimes I do get just ripped apart. But a lot of that is my own fault because I'm just too aggressive with this tank. Like, as you can see now, I've gone straight to the middle. I am the furthest forward, but I'm on a ridge. I'm using my 10 degrees of gun depression, and I'm actually in a pretty decent position. I've got two tanks in front of me, of course, the Murat and the WZ-120. So as you back up, you can see I get a lucky bounce from the side, and then I am getting bounces from the project as well. So, that's 1,200 block damage without even trying. Of course, the VK does eventually penetrate me, but, I was side on. He should be penetrating anyway. So that's 1,200 block damage without even trying. And then we can just try to see if we can get a block. Yep, another block damage because we are using the gun depression. So that's only a minute and a half gone, and the enemy are pretty much half gone as well. Nice high roll there at 513, and then the object 268, to be fair, he does the right thing here. I try to get my shot and that freaking guy's turret just falls in my way. So yeah, 2 minutes gone, and now just 4 tanks left alive, and most of them are pretty low hit points. So we're just now rushing in, and this is what I mean. This is why I wanted to show this. So yes, it wasn't the greatest of damage, but the fact that we've done that pretty quickly. I mean, 2.5k damage, and you know, just over 2 minutes of the match gone, and we've pretty much won. So 2.5k damage very, very quickly. We played it quite aggressive as well, and that's what I tend to do in this tank. Sometimes it can work for you, sometimes it can work against you, but honestly, that is how I like to play this tank. I do like to play it very, very aggressively. So moving on to the next game. Winter Malinovka, and you know what, we're just going to do exactly the same. We're going to do exactly the same as we've done the first battle. We're not hiding in a tank destroyer position. We're not sort of at the back of the map. With this tank, what I do tend to do is just push on, find a ridge if you can. And I mean, look, all my guys, some guys there to the right, some guys to the left, and I'm just pushing through the middle. And again, if you manage to get on a ridge, then you can have some fun on that ridge. Honestly, you can, especially if there are medium tanks or light tanks, because they will struggle to penetrate you. Of course, he does manage to penetrate me there. I was showing my hole. Very, very easy pen for that guy. So yes, I did get penetrated, but you know, I gave him the shot pretty much. So and again, look, we're just moving on, we're moving forward. Yes, we are looking around the map. I know that now there is about 4 tanks to my left, and there is only a couple of tanks to my right. So you know, again, let's push on. I've got some mediums and some light tanks behind me, so there is no reason why we can't push on. And again, you're not going to bounce everything. Yes, I always say about the armor's fantastic, everything else, look, the DPM is fantastic, the speed is fantastic, but sometimes you still need to be mindful that you're not impenetrable. Like, you're still going to be penetrated, and that's exactly what is going to happen here. Really, I push forward, I try to support my object 84 here. I know there's a couple of guys around, and then the WZ113 sort of chases him, realize he can't get him, and then I realize, okay, I'm in a not the greatest of positions now, because he can turn around and he will be able to shoot me. But again, the DPM is just amazing. Like, that's 1900 damage without even trying, and this is where I shouldn't have played so aggressive. I should have just aimed. Really, I didn't aim there, but yeah, that was my own fault, and I could have took him down to a 1 shot now, but you know, it is what it is. So that's now 2300. I am a 2 shot. I need to clear this guy before he gets the shot off of me. Now, he was reloaded, but you can see, because of my armor, he didn't take the shot because he actually had to aim for my weak point, so which benefited me there. I managed to stay alive because he had to aim for my weak points. Now again, that is a tier 9, and he managed to penetrate me, so there are still weak points on the tank, but the idea is to make it difficult for them to be able to penetrate. And again, you know, it wasn't the end a long battle. I do die, but that was 4k damage, and we've done that. How easy was that to do that damage? So as I've said, I would honestly wait till the end of the auction, get there quick, because this tank will be in the final set of tanks. And I still think for 15,000 gold or even 20,000 gold, it is definitely a must-have tank. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Let me know what you think of the XM66F, and will you be waiting to get it in the auction. But for now, hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm meadsy69, and I will catch you all soon. Bye bye.